Hey guys, my name is Isis Daniel and I am the Millennial Somm, and this is how I whine. Alright you guys, so let's just get into this. Before we jump in, make sure that you subscribe so that you are connected to everything behind the scenes of the Millennial Somm. But then also follow me on Instagram, TikTok. I'm not really on Twitter yet, but you can do that too if you feeling JSE. But yes you guys, there's so much going on right now, and I know that I posted my first This Is How I Whine episode like a month or some change ago. Yeah, I did that and totally abandoned y'all, but there was a lot going on, okay? Jesus. Be nice to me. But I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be in my, I don't know, social media bag, because honestly, like I was overwhelmed, and I think that the whole purpose of This Is How I Whine is so that you guys get the behind the scenes and the real experience of being the Millennial Somm, traveling, but also the work. You know, it's been a lot, and I want to pause. I want to dive in obviously to the summer, because I feel like I've been dangling a little carrot in your face forever for absolutely no reason. Well, I can't say no reason, but no reason. But I've been stressed. Yeah, it's a real thing. And I wanted to kind of give you guys backstory of the tour that I did this summer anyway. But the truth is that stress from the tour kind of rolled over into my day-to-day life when I came back home. And it made me pause on a lot of things, work hard on other things, and now I'm trying to gather the pieces and put the puzzle back together. Metaphor. But that's what I'm doing, right? So when I went on my trip, we're gonna have, like, you know, I told you guys that the Millennial Somm's This Is How I Whine is nothing but a story time. But so I guess I'll just like dive into the story, a little glimpse of the summer. So when I went into the summer, you know, I had a couple paid sponsorships. I was visiting a few different spots, a few different places within California, from Paso Robles to Sonoma, Sacramento, Napa. Like, I was like Northern California, but still traveling nonetheless and trying to figure it out. Now, just because you decide to travel does not mean your bills stop. Just because you decide to travel doesn't mean you have a car or a place to stay. And honestly, I went on this trip with a hope and a dream and a bag full of clothes and some shoes. Especially the Paso Robles trip, I didn't know where I was going to stay most of that trip. Car situation was a little funky. Like maybe 2 days before I went out there, I figured out how I was going to like rent a car. But all of that was happening doing this trip, having booked people to see. So, you know, I'm paying for plane tickets, I'm paying for travel, I'm paying for all these things. This is where the money that they sent me is going. And, you know, I'm young in this business, trying to understand like the full length of planning trips and costs and everything. And I don't think I did a great job, but God had me. Okay. And it was very stressful for me. It was stressful. It did strengthen my faith, because, you know, when you don't know where you're going to sleep at night and you're just like, but I'm going and I'm doing this, it causes you to puts your mind in a place where you're like, I have to figure it out. And unfortunately / fortunately, I've been on overdrive of that mentality since Paso Robles, right? So double back, a couple months ago, I took my WSET level 3 test. I passed the tasting with distinction. Whoop. But I did not pass my theory. And I think that it was like a cloud that was hovering over me. Just like, you need to take this test. You need to be studying. You need to get into your level 3 bag. And also having the financial burden was also adding stress. Trying to meet people, trying to figure out, this 40 under 40, everyone knew, but no one knew about it. I went out for the Murphy Good Job. There was so much stress upon stress upon stress. And when I came back home, I came home in one piece, but I came home with bills I needed to get paid. I came home to knowing that I didn't get this Murphy Good, very good job. I came home with the realization that I'm home now. I have to get ready for this test that I'm going to take on November 1st. I get back home and you have all these people, especially because the 40 under 40, they're reaching out and they're like, we want to work with you. And I'm not in a position to say no because money, things are tight. Okay. And then also add to my journey on TikTok and how things were slowing down. I'm not really getting a lot of interactions. People just aren't vibing with my videos. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer, but girl, your girl was down. And y'all also know that I get like stupid unnecessary anxiety on my birthday that, my birthday was on October 3rd. That's just unnecessary, but it's a reality that I've learned to live with and that I'm working on getting out of the way. I don't want anxiety on my birthday anymore. I don't. So why am I telling you all of this? Well, of course, as this is how I wine vlog goes, you'll get deeper and deeper into my story. You'll learn more and more about me and who I am and the different layers of Isis Daniel, the Millennial Somm. But truthfully, that's what I came back to. And so I wanted to do this vlog. I wanted to do more, I wanted to post every day on TikTok. I wanted to kind of revamp my Instagram. But the truth is I had to reprioritize my life. And I have to pay bills and I need to pass this test. And that is essentially what happened. I chose taking this test and taking it seriously and studying. And I chose working with these different companies and trying to, I was trying to get a little money. Because y'all don't know. The entrepreneur life seems and sounds so glamorous. But the truth is, it's not glamorous. It's worth it, but it's not glamorous. It's very hard being in a space where you get all this recognition and respect in this industry that you're trying to come up in, and you're receiving love and you're struggling to pay a bill, right? You're receiving love and you want to go work your first harvest that you've been saying over and over that you're going to do, but the truth is you can't afford it. I went through a very rough patch that I was even losing hope as far as what is the Millennial Somm? What is the purpose of her? When I first started out in this industry, I was just making videos. I was just doing tasting videos and regurgitating everything I was learning in my W set level 1 and level 2, and then eventually into level 3. But I was just trying to learn knowledge, and you guys vibe with me and you dive deeper with me, right? And I loved it. I started creating Suzanne and everyone on TikTok was like, yo, who's this lady in a white wig? It was crazy. I went through a peak within my career in such a small amount of time. And I don't know if I was prepared for it, And someone just texted me. I don't know if I was prepared for it. And I think that that's the lesson that we as a people have to understand. Life is going to happen whether we're ready or not. And it's really up to us to be able to pivot when necessary. And I think that that is essentially what I decided to do. I decided to pivot. I focused on the things that mattered at that time, which was this test and, you know, getting some deals done, paying a couple bills, you know, just trying to like get things together because honestly, I'm a planner. Can we talk about that? I'm a planner and I did not plan right this summer. I didn't plan. It wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. Even though the saying is giving what it was supposed to give. And I know that we are trying to correct it because it's already a backward statement. But let's just stay true to what the statement is. It wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. All right. But my bad. I didn't mean to shake the camera. But I'm back. I took my test. I feel very confident about it. I studied my butt off, especially, you know, that last month / last like week, 2 weeks. I was like, that's all I was doing. The deals that I was working on, honestly, like even I was telling some of them, I was like, y'all, we got to pause. I'm so sorry. I love y'all, but this is what's important to me. And now that I took that test and I feel good about it, I feel like I am now awake. I feel like I'm ready to get so much done. We've already started on so much on social media. So now I'm doing 2 live tastings a week on TikTok, one on Monday at 6:30, where we are learning how to taste. On Wednesdays at 7:30, we are reading a bottle, dissecting a bottle, figuring out what this bottle might mean so that you're not intimidated when you walk into a store or a restaurant. We still have our tasting Thursdays. I taste more, I do all my review videos, all of that. I have a new vlog. So we have this vlog where I get to talk to you and you get the behind the scenes and kind of like my day to day, or really, you guys are just going to be in my head. You get to know what I'm thinking, how I'm feeling. But then also the blog is an extension of a bigger dream. I want to have my own magazine one day. And I am excited and hopeful for it. But my blog is going to be called Decru. In the first entry, we will understand why it's called Decru, which translates into vintage wine, right? But yeah, so I know that I've been crazy. I know I've been gone. I know that I haven't really been the most consistent, even for the businesses that I work with. Like when I first got in here, people used to talk to me all the time, like, you're so organized, you send emails, you send invites, you do. And I haven't been that girl. I'm getting back to her because I can't live and function without being organized. But I've been so stressed. I've been so just all over the place. And I'm happy that I took the test. I'm happy that a few different chapters that in my life that were bringing me unnecessary amounts of stress have passed, because now I'm back, bitches, and I'm ready to give you guys what you want, which is me, which is wine knowledge, which is an experience. So I wanted to kind of give you guys the rundown of, what I've been telling you guys. Like, oh, it's time for that official episode of the summer. Well, no, we're not going to do it this video. We're going to do it next week. But it doesn't matter. Because I'm excited. No matter what. Just buckle down with me, you guys. Hold me accountable. DM me. Be like, yo, what's going on? Because I want to give you guys what it is that you want. I really do. I was a hot mess when I first got back. And now that I'm out the fog, I am cleaning up my mess. So this is the relationship I want with you. I want you guys to see me. I'm a very private person, but I'm also an open book. And I choose to do that within this industry on purpose, because this industry is full of facade. It's full of you know, people trying to appear to be one way when they're not. And I'm like a regular, degular, smegular person from Southeast DC. I mean, I grew up in Southeast DC, but I lived in my mom's house. And so, you know, that's why, you know, it's a little different. But I'm still very blessed and happy that I'm on the other side. I'm happy to clean up my mess. I'm happy to admit that I have been all over the place, that I have not been organized, that I have not been following through and being consistent like I should. I'm happy to say that because this is all a journey, all a lesson that we have to be open about. We have to be open, right? There's so much I still have to learn about wine. There's so much still to experience. And I'm happy that you guys have, you know, decided to join me on that experience. So let's dive in. Next week, we're going to Paso Robles. That's where the first episode, it's not the first, it's the third episode. Okay. So next episode, we're going to be talking about my trip to Paso Robles, and you are going to get all the details from me accidentally buying. I thought I bought a train ticket. I bought a bus ticket from Sacramento to Paso Robles. Yes, that happened. It was not on purpose. On that bus ride, that was also when I found out that I did not get the job for the very good job. Very stressful. Yes, I cried. And then when I got there, I was supposed to be close to civilization. Okay, I had no idea that the car that I booked was like 30 minutes away and the Uber ride was $100. Yes, child. That happened. So we're already talking about funds being iffy, right? Okay. I had a place to stay the first night and I was there for about 5 or 6 days. I only had one place to stay the first night I got there, which was at Cass Winery. So yeah, this is the first story that you guys will hear when you tune in on next week. I'm going to dive into all of it and I can't wait. Because y'all gonna get the struggle. Y'all gonna get the struggle, but understand within struggle, there's a whole lot of lessons and even more beauty. And I think that that's the lesson I want you guys to hear. Whenever I talk, I'm never going to be just like negative Nancy. We're just sad. Even though I get like that sometimes, I don't like to project that. I will be in my room by myself crying before I come in y'all's face and just be talking sad. We don't do that. But no matter what, thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure that you follow me, subscribe, turn on your notifications, follow me on Instagram, TikTok. I want to say Twitter. I'm not on Twitter. I've never been a Twitter girl. But maybe you guys can like help me. Because I don't know. I don't know how to do it. It's never been my jazz. Even though I've been on like Facebook and stuff, but y'all can't follow me on Facebook. That's for like friends only. But yeah, you guys, that's it. I think I'm going to wrap up there and say thank you again. Thank you for your patience. I know. I be tripping. But I'm back. And I really feel good. So that's it, you guys. This is how I wine. I wine with honesty. I wine with truth and transparency. All pretty much the same word, right? And I encourage you to move with that same action, that same belief and pattern in life of just being honest with yourself and accepting your flaws and your hard moments and understanding that it's all going to work out in the end. Okay? I love y'all. All right, I'll see y'all later. Say hi to my kids.